Only a few weeks ago, Volkswagen CEO Herbert Diess was asked, who is Volkswagen's number one competitor? And his answer? Tesla. Well, now Volkswagen have just announced that they are spending even more money in a race to catch Tesla by 2026. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans and you are watching the number one electric car channel on YouTube. Well, number one, depending on who you ask, I say number one, you say whatever. But we do make more electric car videos than anyone else every day. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you can get the news as soon as we hear about it. Now, the Volkswagen Group has pledged to increase investments in e-mobility by almost 50% to $59 billion through 2026. This comes right after Mercedes has done something very similar. Check out my video about Mercedes' future plans in the description below. Now, Dan Mialascu has reported for Inside EVs that in addition to an executive reshuffle, which I talked about in a video yesterday, Volkswagen CEO has been kind of demoted, you'd say. I'll put a link in the description below. You can check that video out to find out what's actually happened. But the Volkswagen Group have announced significant updates to its electrification strategy within the last 24 hours, pledging to increase capital expenditure and product development costs for e-mobility by almost 50% to $60 billion through 2026. Now, that's not all. Of the total investments of $180 billion that they've allocated for the next 5 years, 56% or $100 billion will be for future-oriented investments, primarily in e-mobility, hybridization, and digitalization. Another big decision from the Volkswagen Group is to electrify more European plants to achieve its goal of becoming global market leader in electric mobility by 2025. Now, I discussed whether or not I think that's possible in a video that I made recently. I'll put a link in the description below to that video. Now, the company's vehicle manufacturing and components plants in Lower Saxony alone will be allocated $24 billion. That's insane for 2 plants. Volkswagen's commercial vehicles Hanover site will go all electric in the medium term and will get to build Audi's first Artemis vehicle, bodywork of a new Bentley model and the Volkswagen ID series electric vehicles as well. Now, California all-electric camper van based on the upcoming ID Buzz will also be built there as well. Now, the site will also build MOIA autonomous shuttles and self-driving ID Buzz vehicles as well. Now, Volkswagen have also confirmed the electrification of its main plant in Wolfsburg through the next generation Level 4 capable Volkswagen Project Trinity EV, which will enter production in 2026, possibly at a new plant located outside the current site. Furthermore, there are plans to build a second EV plant located outside the current site, but on the same factory premises by 2030. The carmaker will also build Europe's most modern research and development center, whatever that means, the Sandkamp campus in Wolfsburg. Now, they're saying most modern. I'm not saying most modern because that doesn't mean much to you or me, does it? Now, until then, the carmaker plans to re-equip the Wolfsburg site for full production of the ID3 from 2024. Starting from 2023, Wolfsburg will build the ID3 with supplies from Zwickau. Now, this is what Herbert Diess said. Wolfsburg, our group's long-established headquarters, will be central to the transformation because we can only safeguard our strong position long-term if Wolfsburg is successful. We will give the Wolfsburg site a new identity with our vision for 2030. Our goal is to create an internationally sustainable site with efficient group steering to electric manufacturing facilities, plus a state-of-the-art research and development center, and to establish and expand other future-oriented fields. Herbert Diess here, CEO of Volkswagen. Who knows for how long? Considering all the shenanigans going on there lately, I'll put a link in the description below to the rumors that I've heard lately about him potentially going to Tesla. You should check that out. I think it could happen. Honestly, I do, because Volkswagen are playing games with this guy, and he is an excellent CEO. Not a good decision. Anyway, moving on from that. I think Herbert Diess is saying, we're refitting our factories because they're not efficient enough. We're spending billions of dollars to make them efficient because they are too slow and it costs us too much money to make electric cars on our current production lines. They haven't said this. Reading between the lines, that is what I believe is happening at Volkswagen. Now, the Salzgitter site will be further expanded into a European battery hub, with Volkswagen Group to invest around $2.3 billion US dollars to produce the unified cell for the volume segment at its gigafactory from 2025. So what they want to do is produce their own battery cells at a cost-effective price that'll go in their kind of budget vehicles or their mainstream vehicles, like their Volkswagen Golf type vehicles, which will be their ID series vehicles. Development, planning, and control of the battery production will be brought together in Salzgitter. Now, the component plants in the region will continue to contribute to the transition to e-mobility. The Hanover plant will also produce axles, e-axles for MEB models, while the Braunschweig, Salzgitter, and Kessel plant will expand MEB production of battery systems, rotors, stators, and electric motors. Furthermore, the factories are already preparing to manufacture key components of the SSP platform. Now, in addition to the investments in Lower Saxony, Volkswagen is planning further investments in e-mobility in the Leipzig plant, which will build 2 PPE, their new platform-based Porsche electric vehicles, the new Audi Q8, which will be all electric by the way, and also at the same plant, electric SUVs by 2025. Now, to sum all this up, BYD wants to vertically integrate their company as much as possible in a similar way to Tesla and BYD. Obviously, BYD are the most vertically integrated company on the planet, and coincidentally, they're able to sell their electric cars at the same price as gas vehicles. Very affordable gas vehicles, by the way. You can buy what I believe will be one of the most popular electric vehicles in the world over the next few years, the Dolphin, for around about $14,000 US dollars in China right now. Now, that's where Volkswagen needs to get to if they want to be able to compete with China. Seriously, I know that sounds tough, but is it possible? Absolutely. With the amount of money that Volkswagen are investing, they are very serious about making this happen. Now, they are behind the 8 ball a fair bit here if you compare where they're at compared to Tesla and BYD in terms of vertical integration, in terms of getting enough battery supply, in terms of efficiently making vehicles. And they know this. That is the most important part. They're aware of where they're at. People like Mary Barrett, GM, I'm not sure she's really aware of where General Motors is really at in terms of what she's saying. Whereas the CEO of Volkswagen is very much aware of what his competitors are doing and very much aware of the current situation that Volkswagen are in. Thus, they are spending a metric shit ton of money in order to try to catch up. So, will they catch up? Don't know, but will they succeed? Based on what I'm hearing from Volkswagen right now, absolutely. Thanks for watching the video. I look forward to seeing you again on the next one. Bye-bye.